And we're going.
How do I want to start? So over the past few weeks, I've got a whole bunch of different questions for Question Everything, and I wanted to preface everyone with something, and then maybe try and answer a few of them, or at least invite some more questions to be had about the questions that are being asked in the first place, because Question Everything is all about questions, not really about the answers so much. And I definitely don't want to give off the perspective that I have all of the answers, because I most certainly don't. And all I can do is share my perspective and share my information so that maybe you can add that to your perspective, and then all of our perspectives can grow. The first one is, who are we and why are we here? That's a very good question. The first thing that comes to mind is, we're human, and we're here because of a reason. The second thing that comes to mind is, does it really matter? When you look around, a lot of the time, it's like, this doesn't make sense at all. We have giant metal structures emanating out of the earth, which is completely so far removed from nature, it's ridiculous. I mean, where in nature do you see skyscrapers, right? And we're doing all sorts of things to the planet that we, of course, shouldn't be doing. Why are we doing it? Why are we raping the land and pillaging it for all we can? Because we don't even really understand our connection to everything. And even when we do understand our connection to everything, we don't really understand it because we keep going along with our day-to-day lives. We're like, oh yeah, someone should do something about that. A better question than who are we, perhaps we have to start with, who am I? Why am I? And from that, you can ask, who are we? Because who are we implies that we're asking everybody, but everybody's not that connected. I mean, the way that we're answering the question, if I asked you, who are you? Maybe half of you might write something in the comments, and the other half will probably ignore the comments altogether. Nevertheless, where I'm kind of going with this, I think, is that, it's good to ask who are we and where did we come from and why are we here and what situations happened for us to get here. Did we evolve from apes? Did aliens come down and mess with our DNA and then we were created? Or did, were we on Atlantis and then the Martians came down and we all got in a little tizzy and then it created everything that happened or something like that? There's all sorts of possibilities and all sorts of ideas about who we are and why we're here and what's happening. And really, none of it matters. This is the thing that everybody gets caught up on, and I get so many people either really falling in love with my work because of the Human History movie, or everybody really getting angry about it because they think, how ridiculous and how stupid does this person have to be? It's an exploration of a perspective. It's one interpretation. It's one interpretation of someone else's interpretation of a collective of interpretations on one specific period of time. And we have all sorts of different perspectives about all of these different things. And they're really fun to talk about. They're really fun to get in the door and really start to think about things on a bigger scale. Wow, what if everything that I've been taught is different? What if everything that I think I know is not what I know at all? Well, that's an excellent place to start. It's when we start to attach our beliefs and our ideas to these stories that we end up just moving from one religion to another. And I don't want to create a new religion. I want to create a new paradigm, a new way of understanding, not a new understanding or a new idea or a new story. You can probably hear the sirens. They're not after me, I swear. They might be, but they're not going to find me. So let's create something different. Instead of attaching ourselves to our stories, let's simply ask, what's happening right now? We can talk about the stories. We can talk about Atlantis. We can talk about Lemuria. We can talk about how Earth used to be where the asteroid belt was, and then a planet hit it and it created the asteroid belt, and Earth moved and it got smaller, and then the moon was created. Or you can talk about all sorts of stuff like that. Is it true? Maybe. And that's really all there is to it. It doesn't matter if it's real or not, because it's not happening right now. What's happening right now is that we're creating a mess for ourselves right now, and there's something that we can do about it. And the next question is, what is there we can do about it? And that's an excellent question to ask. And I think that sets the stage for the next one. I mean, we're here so that we can grow and